Going on, y'all? It is 12:45 in the morning on September 1st, and I was just putting together some packages, or just one package for my video content agency. And so, what I'm doing right now is putting together all of the offerings that are going to be included in one package and how long that's going to take me to deliver on those services, as well as any miscellaneous tasks that are going to be accounted for within that package. And so, when it comes to pricing video content services, or any services for that matter, at least for me, it was kind of a bit of a learning curve, which still, I'm learning it. But it's learning how to value not only just your time that you're producing, but also the real value that you're providing to your client, but also is a price that's reasonable for the client to pay, and that you're not overcharging, but you're also not undercharging yourself. It's a bit of a fine line to walk, and it really is subjective. Whatever the client's willing to pay is could be the price, right? There's people out here who are charging 10 times the amount that I might be charging, and I personally think I'm delivering a better product. And so, maybe that's just a limiting belief, a limiting belief on my end. But right now I'm just putting together, okay, if I'm going to be charging $1,500 a month and it's going to be taking me, let's say, 23 hours to fulfill on a project, on a monthly retainer, let's say, and, how can I not only cut my time costs down as far as how can I do things more efficiently, but also how can I decide, okay, what things can I outsource and at what price is that fair to be outsourcing that. So right now I want to outsource the video editing aspect of the business, but it is tough because I am kind of attached to the product, and I do want a quality product to be going out on my client's behalf. And I feel like I could bring a good edit for them since I have the context of being there on the actual shoot, as well as I have experience, and I believe I'm a good editor. And so, but maybe that again is a limiting belief, and maybe I just really need to get that person in there, which I know is a long term play. But being a solopreneur right now, I don't really want an employee. I think I just want to work with a loyal subcontractor. But even then, I'm sure there's going to be obstacles that are going to come with a subcontractor that maybe I can avoid with having a full time employee. But at the same time, I need to increase the revenue before I can even have that full time employee, because I wouldn't want to allocate funds to that person and then have to let them go if things aren't, reaching a minimum. And so, it's kind of figuring that part out. But right now, I'm putting together the package of saying, okay, what does a monthly package include, as well as what are all my deliverables on that project on a monthly retainer, and that just being the basic package, as well as how many hours is it taking me to fulfill on that, and calculating what my gross profits are on that thing. So something that I was going over today was cost of goods sold, and if my total income is $1,500 a month on one client, if my cost of goods sold, or just my total expenses for that project, or client per se, let's just say I'm paying a video editor, and I'm also paying a graphic designer, as well as you know I think gas. Yeah, gas was another one. And so calculating all of those expenses and then putting that into, finding the difference between those, and seeing what my gross profit is with that client. Now, that's without me calculating my time and effort into that account, to which, I could outsource more parts of it and take a lower cut as far as like a gross profit would be. It can go from like an 80% profit margin to like a 30% profit margin pretty quickly if I decide to outsource the delivery on pretty much the whole thing. And so, and that, although it's such a big cut as far as profit margin goes, it does allow me more room to go out and do the networking and the sales aspect of my job, and being able to land higher ticket clients, to just go land more clients and then fill those spots. But at the same time, it's finding the line of not just getting as many sales as possible and then putting out a shitty product, because I want the product to sell for itself. I want to produce good work. I want to get, great reviews on my work. I want people to actually benefit from the work I'm producing, and not just going out there getting as many sales as possible and letting the product fail. And then these clients, although they may not know that it's not a good product, because a lot of these people, they just may not be aware of it, because either A, they're just not on social media that often, or their baseline is, hey, it was better than what I was doing, and that's that. Um, and so, there is some validity to that argument, and I can see it, but at the same time, that's not the kind of business I want to do. I want to produce phenomenal work, and eventually, I want to be charging, what it's actually worth for the people who are willing to pay it, because they see that the product is good. And really that's what matters. And obviously, this is a business. I'm trying to make money from all this, but it's being able to get the sales, get the high ticket clients, but doing that in a way to where you're really producing something that's generating results. And so, yeah, right now that's the basic package that I'm working on right now. I'll have more details to share about it as I complete it, but that's kind of like the baseline of what I have. I want to have three packages that I offer. So having a basic package, having a mid-size package, and then a high ticket package. So I'm thinking right now these are ballpark prices. Haven't really fleshed everything out so far. But first one being $1,500. That'll be like the basic package per month. Second one being $2,500 a month, and then the high ticket one being $5,000 a month. And so it's figuring out, okay, what additional value can I provide in the $2,500 and the $5,000 one as well, to where somebody will see that, a client will see that and say, I want that high ticket one. And ideally, that high ticket one will be not only, obviously, will be the highest revenue generating, but also would be the highest profit margin as well. So, but the thing is too, it's working efficiently. If I could have similar production efficiency from my $1,500 a month package to my $5,000 a month package, and I could just operate, I can just scale that gross profit margin with that higher ticket package. And so, yeah, it's kind of where I'm at right now. Have more updates to come. Thanks.